Hello, hello, hello. We are finally live from Virginia, USA. If you are watching this later, this was the live. And we're talking about a very important topic. It's called self-image. We all have it. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, but what does it really mean? If you are seeing me here for the very first time, I'm Sherifa Nakalema in Virginia, USA, and it's 11:12 p.m. This one comes at a weird time. I don't know who's supposed to be here. Those of you in the chat, welcome, welcome, Salma, welcome, Robert. Self-image, what does it mean? Let me see. You know, I like to do it live here because me, I don't come to you as an expert. I read the books. I found a very important topic. You know, I wish I was in charge of education in the whole world. Because if I was, I would say, please, there is a topic that is so important, more important than everything else you're teaching. It's called personal development. Personal development needs to be introduced. Please, talk to your teacher, talk to those people in charge of making the curriculum, the syllabuses. They need to introduce like this topic of self-image. Okay, let's find out. What is self-image? Salma, what is self-image? You know, I like to do it live here because if I do it without you, you may think, maybe that's not correct. Let me find out the meaning of self-image while we are here together. Okay. Do you find something, Salma? What is self-image? Let me put it in the chat. Welcome, Mariam. I see you. I think one time I didn't call you, sorry. So self-image. This is what I'm talking about. Let me put in the chat. What does self-image mean? Mariam, you used to find those definitions because it's so important. And did you see what I put up there? It said that the self-image affects how much you make. You may be wondering why I'm saying self-image. It affects how much money we make. And you know, here, if I'm not live like this, I talk about making money online, starting a business, affiliate marketing. Like, how do we make more money? How do we make our life better financially, right? That's why this is connected. Personal development is connected because we have to know how the subconscious mind works and affects the money we make. Now self-image affects the money we make. Wow, these are very interesting topics. So let's see. What did you find? Did you find? I just found my answer here. Self-image and one's conception of oneself. People have different meanings here. One conception of oneself. How to use self-image in a sentence. What is self-image and how do we improve it? Okay, the way we see ourselves. So I was watching the late Bob Proctor before I came live here, and he was talking about how that is connected. You know, he makes it a little bit complicated. That's why in this one, I'm about to introduce you to a gentleman who has broken this down in a very easy way. In fact, this topic, I was supposed to not talk about it because there is a page I want to send you to go deal with these issues or to work on your issues, but then the page was not working right. So I said, even I was talking to the sister master, I said, maybe I switch the topic. So in the process of switching the topic, I felt very frustrated. I said, well, you know what? Although the page is not working right, it's going to take them 48 hours to fix it. I'll still talk about it. I'm going to send you to a gentleman, his name is Wesley Virgin, and he's going to show you how to deal with this kind of issues. He did it a very easy to understand way. Not to be against the late Bob Proctor because he studied this for a long time. He was helping us to understand. But the language he's using is not as easy, okay? So he was talking about this side, but what's that word? I don't even know how to pronounce it. But he was also talking about this is paradigm shift. We have to see paradigm. Not everyone can use those kind of words, right? But Wesley is explaining everything very, very clearly. So I put the link when you go in the description of this video, if you don't want to hear everything I'm about to say, go click on it. You go, when you see the name Wesley Virgin is his name. When I mention that link, click on it and see. I think by the time you watch this, I'll have corrected it. Go see, he's teaching you these concepts clearly, easily. Like you understand more, like, yeah, easily. Easily is the word. So let's go back here. Did you find the meaning, Salma? Let me see what they have here. Anyone found self-image? No. Okay. There is another page that I'm going to mention right here. You know, I don't want to come to you like it's from my head. This one is Conway Consulting. Conway Consulting. Let me put it in the chat. When you watch this later, please check the chat. Check the chat replay and see this link. See this link I'm putting? That one? That's what everything I'm talking about is coming from that page. And they're talking about why self-image is so important. They said that I'm reading now from Conway Consulting. It's a blog actually. The image you hold in your subconscious mind about yourself, right, is controlling your behavior and what you can attract. Okay, that's one sentence from there. Then they say that another point, you can only make as much as you believe you can make. You can only make as much as you believe you can make. I was talking about a story in the book Instant Millionaire, and it was a young man who wanted to make $1 million. But it's weird because he came to the guru wanting to learn to make $1 million USA dollars, right? But he was making at that time like 20,000 a year, as he was like an accountant or bookkeeper, something like that. So this guru was asking him, so how much do you think you could make this year or that year? You know, the most he stretched it from that to 50,000. I think the most he went to was like 75,000. Yet he wanted to make $1 million. So this self-image concept is so important. It means it's impossible to make the $1 million if you cannot even imagine yourself as being worth that $1 million. I don't know if it's confusing or it's easy to understand, because this statement here, that you can only make as much as you believe you can make. In fact, he gave an example of someone he hired. That gentleman, the millionaire, was giving an example to this gentleman when he was teaching him about self-image. That he hired a manager, and the manager in the interview, he said, I don't remember the amount, but maybe like something, take like 50,000. He said, I can only work for you if you pay me. If you can't pay me $50,000, I will not work for you. Like he made a statement similar to that. And he was laughing. This millionaire was laughing. He said he limited himself to 50,000. But the kind of work he was doing was worth more than that. So it's self-image. And the way he was saying it, he felt like that would be a lot. Like only if you pay me so much. Yet, the person hiring him didn't see it as much money, but it was much to him. So that's his self-image or self-worth, right? You see the connection? So today, and also, so we want to learn, how do we change this? Because, believe me, for me, I think I have that issue. I don't know if I have it at that level like that, because my problem is not dreaming big enough. I don't know if it's to do with self-image. I'm about to learn too. So let's see, do you have anything in the chat? Where is Janet today? I don't see Janet. Do we have Janet in the house? What happened to Janet? We are talking self-image. Salma, I didn't get the meaning. I wanted someone else to participate because, yeah, I don't want to control this conversation. That's why I come live. You can only make what you believe. Yeah, what you believe you can make. Dave Blackman, that's a new name in my chat. Welcome, welcome. Where are you from, Dave? Where are you? Where are you? Welcome. We're talking self-image. And now, I want to switch the conversation. the reason I started like that is to show you that these things are important. And so how do we change it? If you are like me, soon I'm going to be 56 years. And if you had this image that's not right, the way you see yourself. But although I don't think it affects me that much, I have a little confidence. So how do you change it? Because I'm here, I'm old already. How do we change it? So the person I want to introduce to you is called Wesley Virgin. I don't know if you're familiar with this name, but he had issues as a young man, and he figured out how to change it, and now he made it into a program. He actually called it the Genie script. Genie script. He called this a 20-word script, but actually, it's when you see it, you may think that's actually what he means, but it's the whole program. So let me show you what he's talking about. Because I have the program right here on my computer, I don't think he minds me sharing just the title or some points that he talks about. He says that the reason, according to him, the reason we don't get what we want, number one, we don't even know what we want. Can you imagine that? Do you know why? Because it's vague. According to him, it's vague. It's not clear. You have to define it very, very, very clearly what you want. Okay? And then he talks about, okay, I have some statements here. He says, your mind is responsible for your current reality. Your mind is responsible for your current reality. Do you know why? At least from me going through the program, is because everything you ever done in your life, you had to think about it. You thought about it. You thought about going to school or not going to school. You thought about which course you're going to do in school. You thought about which house to build or not build. You thought about what to buy and what not to buy, which car to drive. Like your mind, you've been doing all these things. So your mind is the one that leads you to that. That's why you find people who are from, for example, a poor background, but because their brain, they are imagining things, they're thinking big, they end up creating something different that their parents never even dreamed of. It's because for them, they were able to create this. It's their mind, right? So Wesley also says that it doesn't matter your age. Remember I was saying, because I'm going to be 56, it doesn't matter your age, your gender, where you live, anything. This course will help you as long as you take the time to do what he's suggesting. Then, in there, I'm talking out just points because I was listening to him and taking some notes. He says everything. Remember, we're talking about, some of you who have been with me here, we're talking about the be, do, have. Now, this is how he says it here. He says, everything you want is already here. Everything is happening right now. So that the mind doesn't know about the future and the history. It not just knows about now. Your brain only knows about right now. That's why when we say statement, we say, I'm happy and grateful now that this is happening. I'm happy and grateful now. It's about now. So if you master this concept of now, then you don't have to talk about the future, like when this happened, or I'll make the money next year, or I'll make it. No, you say like you already made it now. So when you say made it now, you are teaching your brain, or your mind, to start working on these things. Because it's like, in fact, when Bob Proctor was teaching this concept of attracting what you want, he said it's like a catalog. Do you know a catalog? Where like a business lists everything they're selling, and then they have maybe the images and everything, and you would say, I want this, I want that. You point to what you want. It's like going on Amazon and you clicking, I'm taking that and putting the shopping cart. He said that's how we're supposed to do it. You just say, I want that, and I want this, and I want that, and the man starts connecting these things for you. You'll be shocked. Then they start meeting someone who knows about that thing that you selected, and another will tell you about this thing. The things start happening. But guess what? He also says, Wesley, that the mind is cluttered. Try, after I learned about that, I started thinking about, no, not thinking, but watching what I'm thinking. And believe me, your brain switches between thoughts and this thought and that thought and that thought and that thought. Wow. He said the mind is cluttered. And because it's cluttered, it's not like you keep moving from this, from that, from that. You're not stable enough to create what you want, because we need a quiet mind that can focus. We are thinking too much. From this thought to that thought to that thought to that thought. That's why I am affirmations work, because these affirmations, they help you to be quiet, to focus, to repeat the same thing. And when they're repeating the same thing, you are retraining your mind. You may be wondering why I'm talking about this. It's connected with self-image where we started. How do we change it? So he calls it reprogramming your mind. That your mind is overloaded. It needs to be to quiet it down. It's like too much go. And then he also says that the average person believes things don't work. That's a spam. You believe me? Like when I call people come learn, and they say, that's calm, that's it. They don't believe it. So the average person believes things don't work. And also there's a very important statement he makes. He says that your mind understands pictures, okay? That's why they talk about visualization. It understands pictures. So you need to learn to picture things. What you want, think in terms of pictures. Okay, now I'm going here to give you a summary of what he covers in this course. The reason why I had a problem earlier sharing this course is because the page, Wesley, I'm talking to Wesley now. I don't think he's going to hear me though. Janet, average person believe. Oh, we're in Trinidad. What time is it in Trinidad, Dave? What time is it right now? I know I came at a weird time. US area sleeping. Uganda, they are waking up. It's like, this is not a good time to come, but I came anyway. Today, I actually didn't feel like coming because of that mess that happened with the course. But I said, let me still come. Let me come. We'll correct the page later. So, I was talking about the pictures. We have to learn to train our brains to think in terms of picture. Picture what you want. You have to think on, like when you think about what you want, think about it like a picture. That's why they keep saying we create like a vision board. I shared my vision board. Remember, Janet, I shared my vision board where I put everything, images. Everything happened so fast. So let's learn how to do this. Yes, I was about to show you a list of what he covers, right? Not to show you, I'm just going to read it. I don't think I'm even allowed to share too much. Okay, in this course, he called it the Genie script. And actually the Genie script is just 20 words. The sentence that he asked you to repeat. But that's not it. Like when you go to this sales page, they didn't do a good job on the sales page. You may think you may not know the value of the product. That's why I wanted to tell you about the value. So when you go to the sales page, maybe you may not appreciate it. You say, you know what? At least the final product is good because I mentioned it to you, right? He's going to introduce you to this script that he talks about. Then he talks about the importance of saying, I must. Remember the other day I was talking about I can, I will, I must. He also says similar stuff, like I can, I will. And you have to say this with energy. In fact, he asks you to stand up and say, instead of the mirror, I'm successful, I'm smart, all these things. You have to give the energy, yeah? If you want to manifest it faster, you can't say it like this. No, you need to stand up, to go in a mirror, to say it like you believe it, right? Because once you believe it, magic starts happening. So me, I'm a student, by the way. I'm learning. Now he talks about the rules of the mind. That's when he's going to talk about the rule. The mind is cluttered. You start off now, you're thinking about this. A few minutes later, I think about that. A few minutes later, I think about that. Like you keep switching and switching and switching and switching. That's why I was talking to my daughter the other day. I used to put something on like when I'm driving. I decided later, after I learned the importance of being quiet, I kept the car quiet. I was just quiet. Because you need some quiet time. Mothers, if you're watching me, you have young kids, you need quiet time. Janet, you don't have babies anymore. If you did, you need quiet time. People talk about locking themselves in the bathroom because they need to quiet the mind. Like it's running. The quiet mind cannot create these things you're talking about. Okay? So let me see what else he talks about. The rules of the mind. He talks about the mind being cluttered. Too much is going on. In fact, he said 6,000 thoughts. Did he say 6,000 thoughts a day? Or I don't remember the time he said it, how long it takes to have 6,000 thoughts, whether he said a day or an hour or a minute, but 6,000. Can you imagine having 6,000? And then he talks about conditioning your mind for abundance. You know, this is when he brings in the affirmations and meditations and being quiet. And then he talks about, I haven't started doing this yet, the waves. He has the brain waves. He teaches about the brain waves and how your brain works in the morning, when you just woke up, and in the, when you are just waking up, and after we woke up, and in the evening, and all that, the alpha, gamma, all that. And he has meditation that go with that. So, in summary, he gives you, some people have seen results faster, but it says maybe 90 days. But if you do these things and you do them the way he says, you do them, and you repeat. Some people have stories. You know, he has so many stories. People telling stories, what happened in their lives. So many actually, too many. Because what happens, as he goes through the course, he's asking people to send in short videos. So people have been sending short videos. He has so many. He's going to play you like people have stories of what has happened in their lives because of this stuff. But do you know why these kind of things don't work for us? We don't do it. We don't do it. For example, he's going to ask you, please repeat this so many times a day. Or repeat this, listen to this in the morning. Or do this like that. And what he did, he made them in audio. You know, that's important. Because I have another course I talk about, but I think they have an audio version too. They have an audio version, but it's more videos. The one I talk about, like Natalie, Leslie, or Mind Movies, for them, their program, I think they have an audio part, but for me, I've been watching it on a laptop, so it's more videos. But even still, I'm not against Natalie, by the way. The way she does, her style is very different. Her style is very formal, and I think most people love that. But this one, Wesley's style is different, especially if you're younger. He has a new kind of energy that he brings with it. And also, he uses regular language, like regular. When he's giving examples, he gives examples. Like with self-image, Ashraf is here, Ashraf is back. My goodness. Yeah, salam alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ashraf is back. Yeah. He says he's in the house. All of you be quiet. So are you going to take over everything? I was asking for the definition of self-image. Are you going to give it to us? Give us the definition of self-image. Ashraf is in the house. Welcome back, Ashraf. Thank you. Do you know you are back because you sent me a message? I was not sharing anymore. I changed my number. I changed it to a business WhatsApp. I'm not playing much with it. So Wesley is doing a good because when he was teaching self-image, he gave, and you know what happened to him? His story is very, very interesting. He took himself from being, you know what changed? What made him change and discover all these things? Children. You know, you have to have your why you do what you do, right? We always talk about this. What is it? What is it? For him, he tells the story. In fact, he reveals a lot of detail. You'll be shocked what he talks about when he tells his story. But for him, it was children. He had 2 children. He said, really? I can't even pay my electric bill on time. I can't pay my car note on time. I can't pay anything on time. I don't have money. I don't have. He said, what kind of father am I going to be? That's what woke him up. And he decided to hell with everyone. All the friends, everything he used to do, he changed everything. He went to learning. And this is what led him to this stuff. And now, after he learned it, he said, you know what? He says he paid $7,000 to get to this knowledge. It was his tax refund. He and you say, they give tax refunds, those payroll taxes, that he paid it to get this knowledge. And he was not supposed to share it. But then he said, there's no way. I have to share it. So he recorded these courses, these things. But in there, he gives an example of after he made the money. Millions, by the way. He talks about million, 40 million, whatever. Right now he calls himself a billionaire. He's a B, with a B, young man. Not young. I think he's 40 now, or 30s. I don't know his exact age, but you can see him on Instagram there. He has 1 million followers. Even here, he has almost over 500,000 here on YouTube. But he tells real stories of his life. He told, when he was explaining self-image, he talked about his dad. When he made this money, he bought his mom and dad a new car, and then he took them on trips, first class, that whenever they took care of his dad in a special way, the dad would feel like weird. He said that's what self-image does to you. You don't feel like you are worthy of all this care. That when he arrived at a hotel, they were taking his luggage, the suitcases, he thought they were stealing his stuff. Oh my God. So he was explaining why, because you are not used to this. You are not used to people taking care of you like that. Because of the self-image. Yeah, so those are the examples he's giving. I think if you have, by the way, he has this on sale. He has this on sale. Hopefully by the time you watch this, I don't know when you're going to watch this. You may watch this much later. I'm recording this on, I'm still in evening, in the night of Friday night, June 16, 2023. You may watch this much later. But as I'm talking today, that page that I was trying to fix for you to go get it, he was putting it at like $37. I said, what? It was so cheap. Because when I bought it, it was like 60 something, I remember. But he had like a sale going. That's why I'm trying to share it today. So if you're lucky enough, you find that it's still there, go get it. And you'll be amazed. He goes slowly. He yells, by the way. He's going to yell at you. For example, there was something he was teaching, and he said, stop, stand up. He was requesting you slowly, right? He said, I'm going to request you something. Please, whatever you're doing, could you please stand up for me? Because he was teaching that the way you get this energy, like I'm smart. Not I'm smart. He talks about I'm successful. Yeah, right? He wants you to say it when you're standing. So he said, stand up for me. He starts easy. But then he said, are you standing up? Stand up. I don't care what you're doing, whether you're in bed or driving a car, pull over. So don't take 5 minutes. It's your life you're dealing with here. It's funny. In fact, some people may like his style, some people may not. Because like when he's yelling like that, he says, stop, do it right now, like that. So he said, let's go in your ears. Most people, in fact, they end their videos with let's go, because he keeps saying, let's go. I loved it. The reason I loved it, when he's teaching you the things, he gives real examples. He gives examples about his life, how it used to be. And then you can see, but when he went on to buy the cars, I don't understand young people. He bought 8. When you make a lot of money, doesn't mean you have to have 8. Wesley, what is that with so many cars? And the very expensive cars, and put his name, and on one of them, when he was starting out, he put $100,000. He just made $100,000. He put it on the number plate. But now, he says he's not making that kind anymore. He's making a lot more. Because he found this, how to teach people, and people like his style. That's why I like this affiliate marketing that we do. Because the digital stuff, because they're all done online and digital. So when he's designing these courses, and he's good. He's made it international because these programs I must talk about, they're not international. They are not allowed developed countries, but this one is international. So when he put it online and people liked it, they bought it and bought it. They made him a millionaire, and now he says he's a billionaire. So that's what. Let me see. What do we have? What are you following what I'm saying? I'm just excited about this. I bought it. And I've been going through it. These are the concepts you hear me talk about here all the time. But I was trying to get another perspective because I was learning from Bob Proctor, I was learning from Natalie, and then when I saw this one, I said, let me see what he does. After I loved it. I loved his style. It's more for the younger people because when the language, he's not using bad language, but the way he speaks, it's more for the younger generation. Like when he's yelling, let's go, let's go. Maybe an older person may say, wow, why are you yelling at me? But I see some people giving reviews, feedback. Some of them are older people. They like it. They like it. Okay, so that's what I came to share here, that self-image is very important. We make money according to what we feel we are worth. So there may be opportunities. Like right now, I have opportunities to do things, and people send me messages, come, let's do this, let's do that. I say, you don't feel like, I think I have self-image issues, seriously, because I don't feel like I need this big stuff. Like I'm not feeling like I have to make $1 million or whatever. Yet the potential could be there if I was like that. I need to work on my self-image. Let me finish Wesley's course. Maybe I'm going to, right now he's advertising. He wants to make, is it 50 people millionaires or something? There's something going on with him right now. So that's what I came to share. Janet, what do you take away from that? Because I just came to talk about that. And I didn't come in a way that I'm like teaching and points and that. No, I just wanted to mention that please be aware there is a course that can teach you how to, it's not just about self-image alone, but I picked it out as thinking, I think it's, once you conquer that, once you know you are worth more, then you do everything else. You do everything else. It's about the subconscious mind. How does it work? And the reason, the knowing that the mind works in now, today. Things are already here. That one is hard for me to understand. They say things are already here. Just, they're already there. But just, it's like, you think about this, the example that, then I'm going to end this. Do you know that when you want to buy a car, right? Let's assume you didn't know about this car. And your friend said, you know what? I think you should buy that. I remember what happened to me one time when my husband said, the van I want to buy is actually called, what was the name of that van? He said, it's like this. So I went online and I looked at that van. I never knew about that van before. But believe me, after I saw the picture, then I started seeing those vans. Like everywhere. Before I wasn't focused on that. It's about the brain, the way it works. So if a friend said to you, if you wanted to buy a car, they said, why don't you buy this one, whatever. They mention it, and maybe you didn't know what it is. Or maybe you go to the dealership and see what it looks like. You start seeing it. Like in the road, you start seeing it, especially here in America where there are so many cars. You start spotting it. Yet before, you are not spotting it. So that why? So he explains that these things exist already. The things we want, they exist already. Now, once we focus and make them clear and describe them very, very clearly, that's when the subconscious mind starts working. Some people call it the universe, whatever. I may call it God. I think that's God because I don't understand how these things work. It's God who created us. I think it's God. So once you focus on what you want and you narrow it down, then things start happening. They rearrange themselves to get it to you. These are like miracles, I'm telling you. So that's why he likes to use easily and effortlessly. He said, you say, I'm making $10,000 every month, easily and effortlessly. He doesn't believe in too much hard work and all that. No, easily and effortlessly. Like he did his stuff, he made his money online. Everything is done online. He does digital courses to teach these things. Yeah, and goes and gives speeches and stuff like that, easily and effortlessly. He talks about how many countries he's gone to, So I came to introduce to you Wesley Virgin is his name, and he calls himself billionaire Virgin right now. He used to say called millionaire. Now he put a B on it. So if you find that interesting, I put a link below in the description. That link, as of today, it was not doing very good things where it's going, but maybe we'll fix it by tomorrow. So if you find it the way it is today, please listen to this. When he created the sales page, selling this course, he did video and also did text. So I tested the text, it's working fine. It's the video part that didn't work right. So when you go, you can listen to the video, but if you want to like get to the course, to buy it, click on the text version. The text version, the buttons were working fine, but the video was defaulting to something I didn't like. Okay, so only if you have a comment, tell me, what do you get from that ranting that I just did? It's ranting because I wanted to mention this course, but I'm not like, it's not like the way we explain affiliate marketing and you line up the points and all. No, he's just talking about the mind. The mind is in charge. The subconscious mind is in charge of our lives, whether we like it or we don't. The self-image determines how much we make or how much we think we are worth. Because if we don't raise it, then we're going to be like that forever. Can you imagine? You work the same job and you work the same job and you work the same job 1 year, next year, you become, you have gray hair, you've done the same job. You don't even think you are worth more than that. And you know, it's very sad for people who have even a lot of knowledge. They go to school, they have a lot of knowledge, but it's still paid. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, what did you get from that? Those who are watching, tell me, what did you get? Let me see. Yes. But yeah, please support Janet. Let me get you, Janet. Let me get your channel. Let me get it here so people can see it. Let me see. Can I get to it? Oh my goodness. I can't get your channel. Let me get Janet's channel because you are very good. Let me do a shout out for you. Let's find Janet and share her channel. Janet, you do a good job. Yes, the money is coming. I'm telling you, it has to come because I'm getting Janet's channel. Please support her. Janet, you were supposed to have 100 by the time we got here. I don't see 100. What happened? Let me try to get your channel and put it in the chat here so people can support you. Okay? I'm grabbing Janet's link. Janet, you didn't comment on that video. I thought you were always on my videos. I didn't see you on that one. Oh, what happened, Janet? There's a video you didn't put a comment. I was looking for your channel. You know, you are good at chatting, but then you forget afterwards. Try to put comments after. Like when we finish. How come this one is not allowing me to click on it? I'm so sorry for you who are coming late. I'm trying to support one of my viewers in here. Because add a comment on the video. Can you do that, Janet? Go on this video and add a comment so I can pick up your channel. For some reason, I'm not picking it up. Is it allowing you to add comments or not yet? I'm trying to share your account so people can support you, Janet. I love you so much because you are committed. Sherifa, come start a YouTube channel, okay? Janet just did. So go see her. She's walking. Let me grab her account here. Sorry, those of you who are watching. I'm sorry that I'm taking too much of your time. I'm trying to support. You know, I saw what other people do. They support, like right now, I could put you in my community. I think I'm going to start doing that. I saw people supporting like putting in, I put your channel in my community. I found it. I found Janet. So let me bring Janet right here. Please, sorry. I'm trying to support Janet. But I think people, if they clicked on you, they can even see it. That's Janet's channel. Ashraf, support Janet, please. Those of you who are on here, please support Janet's channel. I just put it there. If you click on it, it'll take you to Janet. She walks. She's walking every single day. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, you know, when your videos come to me, it's like 7 p.m., 7:30 in the evening. Today we were on Zoom with Master. We're doing something on Zoom, and she saw your link. Now I saw your link. I said, you see? Yeah, she's already walking. Keep going, okay? Okay, so anyone who has a comment about what I just said, it's about self-image. So go look for self-image, read about it, learn about it, see how you can increase it for yourself, okay? But for those of you who don't mind spending $37, go, but he may change the price, so don't quote me. It was on sale. He had put it at 37. So the link is in the description of this video. Go, but I'm going to record a real video. Like, this is a live, we just chat. But I'm going to record another video soon, after I fix those links also, so that I explain this really clearly. So you go get this Genie script. Believe me, even when he's speaking, the way you feel, like he wakes you up. Yes, he wakes you up. So if you want me to go on Zoom with you, let me know. I explain these things better sometimes when I'm on Zoom, because I share something that I can't share right here. Okay? So anyone who wants to make a comment, I'm about to get off here. I know it didn't sound very organized, but it's about your self-image, and it's about the Genie script is what it's called. And go get it. Wow, we just lost the connection for a second. Okay, Janet, do we have some? Ashraf, are you still here? Please support Janet, please. Go check her channel. Robert already supported. Let me see who else here. Dave Blackman. We have a new YouTuber in the house. I just shared her channel, and she's very good. If you go there, she walks every day. She's encouraging us to walk. Niceness. Are you the one who put that comment on my TikTok, Ashraf? I saw niceness. I said, who is this niceness? Ashraf, really, we miss you. I said you have a lot of knowledge. Come start a YouTube channel, okay? Will you come? Come. I'm closing this one. I know it's very early for you in Uganda. Only if you have something. Do you have any questions for me? Ask me. Free time now. Today, I almost canceled this one, but I said I promised to be there every Friday, so let's go. Because it was not coming together properly. Please, anyone with any question, ask me right now. Janet, you are not sharing your channel. You have to share. People, how will people know? You have to share, and you see, when new people come to a channel that's starting out, they don't feel energized to subscribe to it. You want to get it to at least 100, then these people say, oh, okay. They think it's a dead channel when you have very few people. So they don't feel like adding their name. You see what I mean? If Salma did a shout out for you, I just did a shout out for you, and we're going to continue shouting. But you too, share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook. You have friends, share it in Uganda. We need to get to 100. That's when they take you a little bit serious, okay? Niceness. Ashraf, do you have anything you have to say before I close it? By the way, maybe I could give you... Did you know that I have a website? Have you seen my website? Let me show you. This, I should have done this actually. Let me show you the page I'm talking about so you can see it. This is a page that had the Genie script that I'm talking about. You can go take a look. But although I didn't like the sales page, I don't know, because he recorded this like 2 years ago or something. With the modern way we are doing things, I felt like the sales page was lacking. Wesley, make it better, go re-record it. Like when you go to it, you will think, what's this? It didn't come out smoothly, but recently he's having courses, newer courses. They are presented better. But the product is like this. The product that I'm talking about. So that's a link. This, when you click on this link, the top one where I say Wesley, let me put it here in the chat. Wesley is his name. Wesley, that's the one I mean, because there are other things. He's the one who did this. So I have to leave now. Thank you all so much. What do you want me to talk about next Friday? Janet, suggest. What topic do you want me to talk about? Let me see. Something for fun, just to chat. You know, that's what I do on Friday. Then on Sunday, we'll do something serious. I think on Friday, I want to suggest virtual assistant jobs, things you can do as a virtual assistant, so you can work from anywhere you choose. I think let's do that on Sunday. Ashraf, I'm here on Sunday. This time will be Uganda time. It's around 8:45 p.m. Uganda time after you pray. Sunday. But this one is meant to be for those in USA, but I came a little bit later, so they're sleeping. Masa, you are sleeping. I think today you are not here. How about Medina? Medina, what's wrong with Medina? Medina, I didn't see you. Okay, I have to go now. Only if you have a question for me. I'm looking at the chat. Please like it. Give it some more likes, so YouTube can show these people my rambling today. Okay, thank you so much for supporting it. And until next time, check out the description and go see. It's called he called it a 20-word script, but don't mind the page. The way they designed the page and what he says, I think he recorded this some time back. But the product, click on it. When it says secure order, go. If you come before this page, that page changes because something not right with it. If you find the way it is, choose the text. Choose, like when you go to that third page, they have the text version. Click and go to the text version. But when it does the video version, something not right with the connection. Okay? Thank you all so much, but go grab it. If you see that they are giving to you for 37, wow. Go get it and take action, consistent action. Like I always end these, I say, Ashraf. Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ashraf, for joining. I know yours was very early. It's not even 7 a.m. Thank you. Take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Who wants to go to, yes, bye-bye, Mariam. Search for self-image. Go learn about self-image so that we make more money, right? That's what we want. Bye-bye.